I let tax season own me and chaos define my career. I let clients' expectations cost me my health, my peace, and nearly my life. When I simply reversed my thinking, everything got easy. Wow, we are going on chapter 10. Thank you for being a part of this docu-series on my book, Reverse Thinking Required. If you stumbled upon this, look in the body of this video. You'll find the playlist. You can go back to the beginning of the journey. Also on the playlist, I've got some bonus videos, for lack of a better word. So what we're going to be talking about here is stress-reducing technology. Whoa, don't leave, because I am not going to get into technology like you think. I am going to be talking about it in terms of how we use it, not what to use, and not telling you what it will do for you, because that's what a salesperson does. And depending on your practice and what you're doing and all that good stuff, your platform is going to be different and changing. So this is not to talk you into using some type of technology. It's basically getting inside your decision-making process before you even choose, change, update, or continue with the technology that you have. So trust me on this. This isn't going to be a nerd, if I can use that word, chapter. All right, here we go. Chapter 10, Stress Reducing Technology. I have a confession to make. I didn't always love technology. There was a time when every new piece of software felt like one more thing I had to learn, pay for, or manage. And half the time it felt like these tools created more problems than they solved. But I've learned something over the years, something I wish I'd understood a lot sooner. Technology doesn't reduce stress on its own. You have to use it differently than you use everything else. It's not about signing up for the flashiest new app or buying the most expensive software suite. It's about shifting how you work and building habits that support efficiency and peace of mind. Stress-reducing technology works when it supports your real priorities, your focus, your time, and your sanity. So let's talk about how to get there. Stress in a deadline-driven profession doesn't usually show up as chaos. It shows up as pressure. It's the pressure of deadlines, client expectations, overflowing inboxes, forgotten follow-ups, and endless back and forth scheduling. It's the mental drain of knowing you have 30 things to do, but not knowing which to start with. It's waking up at 2 a.m. thinking, did I file that one thing for that one client? Technology, when used intentionally, can be one of your best tools to reduce that pressure. But here's the key. Tech alone isn't the solution. You can't just download an app and expect your workload to magically shrink. You have to change the way you work. For most of us, the root cause of stress isn't just too much work, it's bad patterns. We let clients text us instead of going through a proper CRM. We send manual invoices at the end of the month instead of setting up automation. We book meetings by email instead of using a scheduling link. We manage client files with folders on our desktop instead of using secure portals. We say it's faster to do these things manually, but is it really? If you're spending 3 to 5 hours a week on admin tasks that could be automated or outsourced, you're slowly bleeding time, energy, and money. I didn't really embrace tech until I hit a point where I was spending more time chasing work than doing it. I'd be prepping for a meeting and realize I never got the document I needed. I'd spend my Saturday trying to remember who I needed to follow up with. I was always playing catch up. Once I committed to using systems the right way, everything started to shift. So how do you do it? Here are 3 changes that can dramatically reduce your stress level, not just because of tech itself, but because of how you change your habits around it. Number one, client portals for secure communication. I used to let clients email me sensitive documents. Some even texted photos of receipts. It was a mess, disorganized, insecure, and incredibly easy to miss things. Now, every client has a secure portal, no exceptions. When onboarding new clients, I recommend they get a walkthrough video show them how to upload files, message you securely, and check their deadlines. Then, this can cut your email volume by about 40% and make busy seasons infinitely smoother. Number two, automated scheduling with boundaries. I used to schedule every client call manually. How about Tuesday at 2? No. Thursday at 10? Back and forth for days. Then I got serious about using a scheduling tool with preset availability windows. Clients now book directly on my calendar based on when I'm allowed access. Bonus tip. I blocked off Friday afternoons completely. No calls, no meetings. That space alone gave me time to catch up and breathe. Number three, invoicing automation with payment links. Do you hate sending invoices? I know people who put it off, then scramble to do them all at once and forget half of them. You can use tech to automatically invoice clients at the right milestone. They receive the invoice with a payment link and must pay within 24 hours. You don't have to touch a thing. These three changes don't just save time, they reduce stress. They free up mental bandwidth so you can focus on your real value, the work that actually moves the needle for your clients. Here's where most people go wrong. They sign up for a CRM, but still reply to clients' messages in their Gmail inbox. They get a time tracking app, but don't use the data. They pay for automation, then override it manually when they get anxious. The real shift happens when you build systems into your workflow and trust them. For example, if you use a client portal, don't chase documents via email, just link them to the portal every time. If you offer automated billing, stop manually tracking payments, let the software do it. If you use a scheduling link, don't let clients text you for appointments. Direct them to the link every time. Yes, this takes discipline, but the payoff is massive. Technology is one side of the stress reduction coin. The other is outsourcing. When you pair great tech with the right support, you get leverage. And leverage creates freedom. Let's look at a few high-impact areas you can outsource. Payroll. If payroll stresses you out, it's not worth keeping it in-house, especially if it's not your specialty. There are countless providers who do this faster, cleaner, and more accurately than you can at scale. I used to offer payroll because I thought clients expected it, but I was spending hours managing filings, answering pay stub questions, and updating rates. Once I handed that off to a provider who specializes in payroll, I not only freed up my time, I eliminated a major source of liability. Bookkeeping. If you're not a bookkeeper, don't pretend to be one. I worked with a firm owner who was doing her own bookkeeping every Sunday afternoon. She hated it. She wasn't great at it, and it was draining the exact hours she wanted to spend with her family. After switching to a virtual bookkeeping service, she said, "I feel like I got my weekends back." If you're going to outsource anything, start with the repetitive tasks that drain your energy and don't directly impact your core services. Admin and scheduling. This one could change your life. Bring on a part-time virtual assistant to manage scheduling, inbox, triage, and client check-ins. I guarantee you'll feel a weight lift. Even just 5 to 10 hours a week of help can make a huge difference. Pair the virtual assistant with a good CRM and scheduling software, game changer. With so many options out there, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. So here's a filter I use for every piece of tech I consider. Does this tool eliminate a pain point, or does it just add another layer? Before I invest in anything, I ask 3 questions. Will this save me time or just give me something else to manage? Can I train my team or clients to use it easily? Will this support my superpower or distract from it? If the answer to any of these is no, I don't use it, period. Signs it's time to lean into tech. If you're not sure you actually need new tech, or if you're just chasing another shiny tool, here are a few signs that your stress might be a systems problem in disguise. Number 1, you're doing the same task multiple times. You're copying data between systems, retyping client info, or re-explaining things to your team or clients. Number 2, you're stuck in email chaos. You're chasing documents, sending reminders, and replying to the same questions over and over again. Number 3, you're the bottleneck in your business. Nothing moves unless you manually push it forward. That's not leadership, it's gridlock. Number 4, your calendar controls you. You're double booked, overbooked, and scheduling everything by hand. Number 5, you're still doing tasks that don't require your brain. If you're spending time on things that could be automated or outsourced, you're sacrificing your sanity for no reason. If any of this sounds familiar, it's time to stop duct taping your systems together and start building real solution. Here's your action steps. Put tech to work for you. Stress-reducing technology only works when you use it to change how you work. Here's how to start small but meaningful. Number 1, choose one thing to stop doing manually. Pick one task, scheduling, invoicing, document collections, and commit to automating or outsourcing it this month. Don't pick everything. Start with the most painful bottleneck and list it below. And there's a spot you can list it in my workbook. Well, it's my book, but it's kind of like a workbook in some areas. Each chapter has a spot where you get to write down your thoughts. Number 2, draw your tech boundary line. Decide where clients' access ends. No more texts for appointment changes, no more email documents. Train your clients and stick to it. Tech won't work unless you enforce it with consistency. What's your tech boundary line? Number 3, evaluate your current tools for real ROI. Ask yourself, does this tool save me time? Does it reduce stress? Or is it just a monthly subscription I forgot about? Cut what doesn't serve you. Double down on what does. What will you cut? Write it down. And what will you double down on? Number 4, outsource one energy-draining task. It could be payroll, admin follow-ups, or email triage. Pick something that isn't your zone of genius and let it go. Relief often starts with one delegated task. This task is, so list that one energy-draining task. Number 5, create one stress-free system. Whether it's templated onboarding email, a Friday no meeting policy, or a recurring calendar block for deep work, design a habit that protects your time. Structure is freedom when it works for you, not against you. What one habit will protect your time? Technology won't save you, but the way you use technology can. The goal isn't to automate everything and turn your practice into a robot. The goal is to reclaim your energy, to use tools and systems that let you show up at your best self for your clients, your team, and your family. Start small. Pick one system that's broken or one habit that's causing daily stress. Replace it with a tool or outsourced solution that works for you. Then do it again and again. Bit by bit, you'll build a practice that doesn't just run well, but one that feels good to run. That's the real power of stress-reducing technology. Well, the next it's a big one. And it's chapter 11, Redefining Your Health. And I was nearly 300 pounds. When I finally decided to weigh myself after losing some, I was at 272 pounds. That's really about where I was when I had the stroke. And I came up with 7 things myself that I did, but you know what the number one thing was in losing weight? Shh. I didn't talk about it with anybody. I didn't tell anybody what my plans were. I didn't run it by them. I didn't look for attaboys. I didn't put it on social media. I just did it. I came up with what will work for me. And you know how I knew it was going to work for me, or I hoped, is because I had tried everything else. And I'm sitting looking at, 49 going on 50. And I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't work, and that doesn't work, and that doesn't work. And you know what else doesn't work? Getting everybody's opinion about what you're doing. Okay? And then here's the other big thing. No exercise. So I lost 117 pounds, and I have kept it off for 2 years. And I got 7 principles to that, and only one of them has anything to do with food. Okay? So I want you to check out the next chapter. And also, I'm just going to put a link here at the back here in a second to a video where I talk more specifically just on those 7 habits, if you will, that have now allowed me to lose the weight and keep it off. All right. Hey, thanks for being a part of this journey. I'm hoping by now, if you have been following along, that you're also a subscriber. Thank you. If not, love for you to do that. Push the button, thumbs up, comment, and share this with somebody if you think they could benefit from it. All right. Hey, thanks for being a part of this, and I'll see you on the next one.
Everyone tells you to make the same moves as last year, just faster. Reverse thinking required is the moment you stop playing their game and force the board to play yours.
I'm JJ-the-CPA. This is the blueprint I use to rebuild my practice